Hello and welcome to Final Destination Bloodlines Deaths/Accidents tier list. Obviously there's going to be spoilers. I think the only reason it says /accidents is because of the piercing shot death. He doesn't actually die in it. It's in the teaser trailer. I couldn't believe it. He doesn't even die in that scene. That's crazy. That's why you see him again here, because he dies a different way, a much better way. Well, you'll see. I was going to say second best death in the movie, but you're going to see anyway. So, I'm doing it as a tier list, but I'm going to still do them in order. So, like, for example, if I put Howard there, and if I put Juliet in front, then her death's better than Howard's. So I don't usually do that in my tier lists, but I'm going to in this one. Just because there isn't even that many. So anyway, starting with the main disaster, the tower collapse.
I'm coming!
No, you're not. Oh my fucking god! Riders. Oh my fucking god! It's a tier list of just like, I'm only comparing them to the rest of the deaths in that one movie. So it's gonna have to go at the top because not to say that it's bad compared to other deaths in Final Destination or whatever. It's definitely one of the better disasters in my opinion. I was actually really worried that when I heard that it was a tower collapse, the main disaster was a tower collapse, I was kind of worried, to be honest. I was like, that's kind of boring. But they make a show of it. It's actually really good. There's a lot of it that isn't shown in the trailer, and I thought it was pretty much all shown in the trailer. Not the case, so that's good. Iris. Iris is... I'll do... I feel like it does kind of lack creativity. Do you know, this movie is actually kind of frustrating because, like, 2/3 into it, I was like, the deaths in this movie are so fucking good. Like, this is one of the best Final Destination movies for deaths. But then the last 3 are really, 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 really bad. Like, not like, they're just boring. We'll get to them. Iris's is like not. Iris's and Bobby's are basically the same thing, which is kind of disappointing as well. So they use the same kind of, like, it's not the same thing that happens to them, but it is. It's hard, like, this spot, I don't know why I'm being so, like, cryptic about it. We're talking about spoilers, so it's going to be spoilers. Iris, I can't remember what it is that the fire extinguisher shoots through her head, but basically, Iris has something shot through the back of her head, and so does Bobby, but it's from the front of his head. He gets, like, the corkscrew thing from a vending machine. It's the exact same death, but 2 different items. Which is a shame, like I said, that they use the same thing twice. And you see it coming from, like, I know you see these deaths coming, but, like, she literally says it. Like, you know exactly when it's going to happen. And that's kind of lame. Yeah, the whole reason that she died as well, like, coming out of the cabin to basically be like, well, watch me die, so you can believe me. I don't think that's enough to... And she didn't... Did she even believe her straight after that? I don't think she did. Wasn't worth it. Should have... Like, you've gone your whole life. You've gone your whole life protecting yourself to just throw it away like that. Also, this is off topic, but I didn't like her character in modern time. I thought it was very Laurie Strode Halloween 2018, and it was a bit off-putting, I'm not gonna lie. Howard, I was also kind of disappointed by, to be honest. that's another one that was very like heavily featured in the trailers. The garden, the barbecue scene, where it's like the glass going into the ice, the trampoline with the pitchfork. It's probably one of the more drawn out deaths, just to kind of just be a lawnmower falling on someone's head. So I think it's better than Iris's, but it wasn't that great. The piercing sharp, hard to rank because nobody actually dies, but the scene itself was quite fun. I wouldn't say it was forever iconic. I'd say it's nice try. I thought it was a good idea to have the piercing like be a part of it. You haven't really seen that. And I thought it was really good when I saw it in the trailer as well, like the tattoo gun and the piercing. I was like, oh fuck, because I've got a lot of tattoos and I've got piercings. So the piercing, it made me like cringe a little bit, like when it attaches to his nose. But I thought the opportunity to do something with the tattoo gun would have been really cool. But they didn't do that. But yeah, he doesn't even die. He falls into the fire like you see in the trailer, but then the scene basically ends, and then you see him in another scene basically like, oh, I was wearing a leather jacket so I survived. But then he dies in a much better way, trust me. Julia, absolutely probably the second best death in the movie. Eric is probably actually first. So I'm very glad he didn't die in the piercing shop. I think the main thing that got me about Julia's death was the actual part where she dies. Like basically she falls into a garbage truck or a bin truck. I don't actually know what the right term is in the UK, but a garbage truck. And if you've ever seen Child's Play 3, basically that, except instead of just an arm that gets taken out, she's like halfway out trying to escape the garbage truck, and the thing closes on her head, and you see everything, like it crushes her head. It's so gross. But like everything leading up to it was kind of like not that, like you didn't really see that much. It was a very quick one as well. It's like for Howard's one, for example, you see loads of things that like lead up to it. This one is literally, you see something hits her like in the head. I think it's a football. She falls into a bin, and then the bin gets taken into taken into the garbage truck, and then it happens, and then they're chasing the truck and they're trying to stop it. The actual like build up to the death was kind of like not that great. Actually, do you know what? I'm gonna put that on Forever Iconic because the actual part where she dies is really like stomach churning, but like cool. But like everything building up to it was not that great actually. Although one good part about it was that everyone thought that Eric was next, so it was very, very unexpected that when it just happened to her all of a sudden, and then you find out obviously that the reason is because he's not actually part of the bloodline. Next is Eric. Eric's is definitely going to the top. I think anyone who's seen the movie would understand why. I can't remember what those machines are called. MRI machines. So the other good thing about this death is you're not expecting it to be him. It's very like out of nowhere, because they're in a hospital and everyone thinks Bobby's next. So like he's trying to protect him. They go there to try and find out how they can break the cycle, and they end up deciding to do what they did in one of the other films. I think it's the second one, where basically you have to die. So they try and flatline him. So they try and kill him basically, to then bring him back to life instantly, so that it breaks the cycle and he doesn't stay dead. But then all of a sudden, they're in a room with an MRI machine, and this motherfucker, because of his piercings and shit, he gets sucked into like an MRI machine, like the front of his body, like stomach facing the machine, and then gets bent backwards into the machine, while this wheelchair is also being like sucked into it, so it's like going through his body. Oh, it's so cool. And all the while Bobby's also dealing with a nut allergy that they decided was the way they wanted to kill him. He gets the oxypan thing that he needs for when he has to stop his allergy attacks. He gets it, injects himself. He's like, oh, I feel so much better, and then gets corkscrewed through the head. We basically just explained Bobby's death. And I would put that on I put it on the same level as Iris because it's basically the same death, but a little bit better because of the not allergy part being added to it. I'm gonna be so real with you. Darlene, Stephanie, and Charlie are all, after all these deaths were apart from Bobby and Iris, from Howard onwards, they were decent. They were decent. You couldn't really complain. These three, I don't know how they came up with the fucking MRI death and Julia's death to just have the three, one of them being the main character, to be killed so fucking boringly. Darlene gets crushed by a lamppost. The only good thing about that one, do you know what? Yeah, they're in the right order, to be fair. I'd put Darlene first. The only good thing about Darlene's one is that it was surprising because it literally came mid-conversation out of fucking nowhere. But it was still just a lamppost falling on her. And then Stephanie and Charlie, there's no build up for a start. Well, there is, but it's not a surprising one. Why is it whenever it's so many months later or whatever, Darlene died, Stephanie and Charlie, because Stephanie dies and then Charlie brings her back to life, so they think they both think they broke the cycle. So many months later, something's happy event, whatever it is, and then they talk to someone and they're like, oh no, she didn't actually die, so you didn't bring her back to life, so the cycle couldn't have been broken. They look at each other like, oh my god, why is it that death always waits for this, for them to have the realization before? And not every single Final Destination, but why is it that death waits for them to have that realization that, oh shit, we didn't actually break the cycle? It did the rest of them so quickly, one after the other, but then when Darlene died, why did it not kill, just because they thought they'd broke? So if you think that you've broke the cycle, just keep telling yourself you broke the cycle, death won't kill you. Because it always waits until they have the realization, and then it's straight away. But yeah, basically, anyway. Stephanie and Charlie have the realization that they didn't break the cycle. A train comes crashing into the fucking road because it derails. And then, they're running from it. It stops. They still think they've survived. And then some fucking logs. Final Destination 2, callback. Some fucking logs come flying over the train and crush both of them. That is literally it. It's one of my favourite Final Destination films, I'm not going to lie. Maybe second favourite. I might do a Final Destination movie ranking. The film itself is really good. I really did enjoy the film. I feel like Bobby and Iris' deaths could have been way better. And obviously Darlene, Stephanie and Charlie. Those three are unforgivable, I'm not going to lie. Anyway, that's my Final Destination Bloodlines deaths / accidents ranking. Hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.